Welcome back. Whether you just moved into a new home or you're considering an update, deciding to do some home renovations, it's a big decision. But there are some steps you need to take before you start any home remodel. Our KCL Live home and real estate expert Elizabeth Sady is back to walk us through the process. Okay, so what's the first thing a homeowner should know before they even begin a project?
I would say the most important thing before you begin any project is finding out your home's true value.
And how do you find that out?
And potential value.
Okay, and potential value.
Because a lot of times folks have an idea in their house, like, oh, the house down the street was on the market for $275,000. That may not be what it's sold for. So I would highly encourage you, and I do this all the time for clients or friends and family members of clients that say, you know, we've been really thinking about doing a couple things around the house and we might sell in a few years. So a way that you could get that number, one way would be to contact an appraiser and have them come do an appraisal of your property. That does cost right around $400. And that number sometimes can be a little inflated because it is the appraised value. They use comparable properties, but it's not actually someone that is willing to pay for your property. So as a realtor, I would say it'd be better to have a realtor come in. We do it all the time. Sometimes it's an hour. I'd be happy to stop by for an hour and help someone make an educated decision rather than come on the back side of things and say, oh, I wish you wouldn't have put in that $40,000 kitchen because we're not going to be able to get it out. Or
it wasn't worth it.
Yes.
It wasn't worth it. Okay. Now you brought us a great example of some things that people might want to do in their homes to renovate, update, and to show, is it really worth it?
So I brought my little art project. I'm a very visual person. So typically what I do, I will come to someone's house. They've kind of got a list together of things that they want to do. They know that they need to put a new roof on. So whether they stay there or sell within 6 months, they need a new roof and they need to stay in that deck. So those are things. And then they're going, and we've always really wanted to update the master. And we've talked to some contractors. We've got an idea that they think it'll be about $10,000 to do what we want to do, or I'm sorry, $12,000 to do what we want to do. We also have an idea for this kitchen. We're going to get custom cabinets. And so we walk through the house. They show me kind of the current state. They give me an idea of things. Then we sit down and I bring them comparable properties. So not just what it was on the market for, but what it sold for. And I'm able to kind of break things down. So the great thing is I can tell them currently your home in the state that it is, if we do this roof and the deck that you have to do, it's going to sell for around $220,000. The maximum I could really see your house selling for, even if we did this crazy, amazing kitchen, is $260,000. So these are great numbers, but the really wonderful number is to see after you pay off your mortgage. It looks like right now you would sell, you're going to sell and you're going to make about $4,000. You're going to have $4,000 to take with you, which includes covering that new roof and that deck. And then if you were to do all these things, you really only have $42,000 at the end of the day. Some folks at that point go, you know what, whoa, we're going to back up. Okay, so you're telling me I have $42,000. I'm actually, let's not do the kitchen. Let's do that a little less, let's back it off.
Because you won't get the money back.
Let's
You're just
save that
spending
for the
money
next house.
Trickling away.
And then the bathroom, instead of doing the full remodel, why don't we just get new countertops and new mirrors and a new light fixture, and maybe take a little less risky approach, because we also talked maybe about selling in 2 years, and so that gives us a few more options. But having this number and being able to go in and make these decisions educatedly, I think gives people a lot more comfort in knowing that they're not wasting money and throwing it away.
Of course, because you want to make sure that everything you invest in your home, unless you plan on staying there for a long time.
Right.
But if you want to sell your home, you don't want to walk away having spent more money than what you put in.
Exactly. And there's always the opportunity to do something for personal enjoyment. So there are some people that say, you know what, we may be putting in 51 and only have the ability to guarantee get 42 out, but I want that new kitchen and I want to enjoy that for the next 4 or 5 years. So I'm okay with taking the risk of not getting that money out because I want the personal enjoyment of that new kitchen.
I love that, but we need to be educated consumers, no doubt about it. Thank you so much for your help. We appreciate it. All right, let's check in with Michael.